matter what your age, one thing is certain: good nutrition and good health go hand in hand. With a bit of planning, you can help provide your loved one with balanced and delicious meals that will engage the senses and make mealtime a pleasure for both of you. As we age, we actually need fewer calories. If you're a woman over 51, the standard is 1,900 high nutrient calories a day. If you're a man, it's 2,200 calories a day. Generally, when planning meals, there are 3 important things to consider: your loved one's tastes, the medications he or she is taking, and any allergic reactions your loved one has. None of us enjoy being forced to eat foods we don't like, so it's important to get your doctor's advice on a good nutritional plan that your loved one will like. Offer as many fruits and vegetables as possible in the diet. For bowel health and to keep your loved one regular, add a daily dose of a fiber product to his or her food or drink. It's important to know that some food and medication combinations don't work well together. Some combinations may cause gastric distress or even interfere with the medication's effectiveness. Grapefruit juice, for example, is a poor match with over 50 medications. It interferes with digestive enzymes and blocks medications from being properly absorbed. As a result, when too much medication accumulates in the body, serious side effects can occur. Sometimes, as we age, old food allergies return, or we even develop new ones. If you note any reactions that your loved one may be experiencing after eating, be sure to discuss them with his or her doctor. One really good idea is to get a binder and create a dietary plan for a 1 to 2 week period. In the binder, you might include information on seasonal foods or even upcoming specials at local markets. It's very handy for record keeping if you have to talk to the doctor about your loved one's diet. Also, it's a good stress reducer, and it may even help save you money in the long run. We all can become ill when food is not properly made, but it's older people or those who have weaker immune systems who suffer the most when carelessness occurs. So it's important to prepare food in a clean environment and to cook it at the correct temperature. Too much salt or sugar is not good for your loved one, so check food labels for these ingredients. Also, taking the salt shaker and sugar bowl off the table is a good idea. If it's out of sight, it will probably also be out of mind.
There you go.
What is this?
That look good?
Since our taste buds change as we age, your loved one may tend to accept blander foods, but you can still create interesting meals by adding simple herbs, spices, garlic, or seasonings like Mrs. Dash. If your loved one has less of an appetite, he or she may not need 3 meals a day. Healthy snacks, not too salty or sugary, may fill in for skipped meals. And nutritional liquids like Ensure can also deliver supplemental calories to help keep your loved one adequately nourished.
I'm not hungry.
I know, Jimmy, but you gotta eat. Okay?
Patience and a nice presentation can go a long way in encouraging your loved one to eat.
It's such a nice
Cups, plates, and utensils should be easy for your loved one to use. And stay away from busy dinnerware patterns that may confuse or make the food harder to see. Studies show that people with Alzheimer's will eat almost 25% more food if it stands out in higher contrast to the plate on which it's served. If your loved one has eating limitations or challenges, make sure you are especially aware of them. Trouble with swallowing can lead to choking, and if food or liquids are inhaled, this can lead to inflammation of the airway and lungs, which can then cause aspiration pneumonia. Also, be sure to address swallowing or choking problems due to dental issues or poorly fitting dentures. For those prone to choking, don't offer hard-to-chew foods like nuts or popcorn. These can easily get lodged in the windpipe. A liquid thickening product like Thicket can make it easier for your loved one to swallow soups and drinks with less risk. And if your loved one can only eat soft foods, a good blender or food processor will give most foods the desired consistency. There are a number of useful items made for those who need extra assistance for dining independently. First is a clothing protector, sometimes called a bib, but I don't really like that term since your loved one should be treated like a dignified adult and not a child. Many types of these are available through sellers of assistive devices, or if you're handy with a sewing machine, you can easily create one yourself. Special drinking cups and no-spill mugs have easy-to-grip handles and are sometimes weighted at the bottom. Bending straws in covered cups make sipping more manageable too. Eating utensils in large or special curved designs help the user to grip more firmly. This is especially useful for those with tremor conditions like Parkinson's. And also very useful, non-skid dinnerware that holds a plate or a bowl firmly with a suction base.
You having trouble with that?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a hand.
If your loved one needs to be hand-fed, make sure the food is not too hot or cold. Cut the food into bite-sized pieces and tell your loved one what you're offering on the fork or spoon. Sips of water between bites are also a good idea. Sometimes you may have to prompt your loved one to open his or her mouth. If he or she rejects food or spits it out, take the meal away and try again in a little while. So finally remember, no matter what, the main ingredient of any meal with your loved one should be patience. Add a dash of planning and your doctor's input, and meals will not only be beautifully served, but so will your loved one's health and happiness.